set, as it will be a good one for sure. Loaf locked in to try and take DDee, who's one of the top 4 seeds, out of top 8. This is a tall order, but if anyone can do it, and I will say, you do kind of have an advantage. You've already played a pretty tight set. I don't know how long DDee has been waiting to play.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% sure either, but again, I mean, Loaf hopefully has, you know, his hands warmed up here. I mean, KK Slider is out to play. It is Saturday night, 8 o'clock, so we'll see if that might just be the boost for either or player here.
Wait, hold on. That's actually legit. I didn't even realize that. I'm like, wait, hold on. That's actually, they planned it. They planned it. Still,
it's part of the script.
It's part of the script, right? Still, though, we got to watch how DDee, I keep saying DDee, man. We'll get DDee. I'll get it right by the end of the block, I promise, Twitch chat. Got to see how DDee gets set up here. Honestly, though, one of the moments in the beginning of the game that kind of made me like reel back a little bit was just like that charged F smash. Like, I feel like DDee kind of just knows. So, want to see how Loaf is going to be able to fight back into this, especially when you're going up against Steve. Now, Peepno playing passive, right? But still, Loaf really kind of had opportunities to go in. DDee now gets to control the tempo of this match.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, we did kind of see that back and forth between Peepnut and Loaf, as you mentioned. But again, when you're playing as Steve, I mean, you pretty much have the deciding factor if I want to play fast, if I want to slow it down. Because once again, if you're playing Steve, you can build a wall, you can, you know, ride in a minecart. Like, you've got so many options to speed up or slow down the game in your favor.
Yeah, absolutely. Still, though, this is going to be the tempo of the entire match that we're going to see, right? DDee really just not going to go in unless kind of provoked to, and it's all about Loaf to not get too impatient, but to not let DDee just have his way, right? And that's kind of the caveat of playing against Steve. Now, granted, this does help with the higher ceilings of Town and City, but the problem is both of these drop zone back airs from both kind of players here is going to be lethal no matter what.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one to fight out for sure. That Diamond Fair are going to be coming out from DDee. Strong first stop. Going to be taking it. I mean, again, it really do be your own. That block there, just going to be doing Loaf with that assist.
Listen, we have win conditions versus Steve. I don't know if Loaf was ready for that. I don't know if I think that Loaf was ready for that one. That was kind of crazy here.
I mean, yeah.
Dude, that woke Loaf right up. Like, Loaf is now like, all right, bet, you don't have a material bar. I'ma not let you get another one here. But I like how both players waiting in shield for one of them to crack. But the thing is, you're doing that against Steve, and Steve's always going to wait for you to crack first. But look at this from Loaf. Just this combos right now. But like we saw a little bit earlier, you have to really be mindful of the way that you chase Steve. You have to kind of bait out this anvil, and that's a really tall order to ask for a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen so many players fall victim to the anvil so many times. I mean, as we saw Poopy get squashed by anvil earlier.
Is such a good word for it.
So yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough one to figure out a way out, especially against all these walls, and kind of just letting DDee have his way here. I mean, just kind of crafting and having these diamonds ready to go for the next, you know, brawl head-to-head here. So it's just going to be a tough one, but no walk there, unfortunately, and DDee actually going to be losing that second stock there.
Yeah, honestly, I had this in my head like the entire time where I'm thinking, yo, we're on Town and City. Like, Wario with Rage and back air is going to KO Steve very early. Now, granted, it's the same other way around, but now DDee has to kind of move around this tempo a little bit more. Okay, literally said, I don't care about your bike. I'm just going to start up tilting, and that's just going to beat out anything that you want to do. But now, Loaf, I want to see him really kind of use the side plat to kind of bait DDee into, like, putting himself into a little bit of danger here. But that's such a tall order when DDee just wants to get another material bar going. But here we go, double clap. Still, I'll take that trade if I'm Loaf.
Yeah, I mean, most definitely we are going to take those. And again, no anvil whatsoever. So it seems like Loaf is honestly doing a pretty decent job right now evading, you know, the anvil, which is kind of the stock taker sometimes here in that play. Again, no anvil there. DDee just kind of struggling to figure out this last stock situation here.
One of the things that I can see about DDee's gameplay is that DDee does like conserve the resources, but really uses like all of the material bar as fast as possible. Yeah. Goes for like a complete drain of it and then goes for it again. Like, then we'll go back and find it all. Still, though, Loaf in advantage here on the ledge, trying to find something here. The empty land down isn't caught up by Loaf, but if I am Loaf right now, I need to get this finisher, but still so close here. Has the diamond, has enough rage on both sides. Odin trying to read something. Or DDee, I'm so sorry, I read the tag.
It's all right. I mean, there is that side platform, as you mentioned, that you wanted Loaf to take advantage of. But again, I mean, barely evading that. DDee playing it safe here, just standing there waiting for Loaf to pick an option. up in the air with that bike. I mean, yeah, bike play here, not going to take it. The up air, though, barely surviving that. DDee, how are you going to land with the anvil? Getting squashed.
Again, time and time again. We have to be so careful. I don't blame Loaf, though, because the material bar, definitely not too high, right? But, like, you just have to expect it. DDee, not on it. I read the tag first. Not on it. DDee, not on it. Taking that game 1, but honestly, for the way that it started, like, Loaf, the X factor, that's the word I'm really thinking of. The X factor that Loaf has to, like, take a match and, like, kind of, like, turn it left and, like, back into his favor is very, very impressive, and that's what's making it really fun to watch. Going to Town and City again, honestly, I like this play from Loaf. I think we saw why this works. We talked about it a little bit earlier, and it is just that back air. It's the back air off the platform. It's the use of that side platform when they're here. But I want to see when the platforms kind of go away, right? I want to see, you know, those nair strings across. Like, that is deadly.
Yeah, I think even F-Tilt as well, like on ledge, might do the trick as well. I mean, as you mentioned with the back air, we've also got tools such as F-Tilt as well that could definitely do the job for sure here for Loaf. Again, DDee going to be taking that game 1. We're going to be seeing what the plan is now for game 2. And just kind of starting off in an up special here. And DDee just landing into his own TNT. Why don't we?
I looked away for maybe 10 seconds. And Loaf is just not playing. And that's the thing now with DDee. You've taken a little bit of damage here. So what are you going to do? Honestly, you're going to start scrapping. But look at Loaf. Not a lot of anvil to drop down with. And that's the time I want to see Loaf really start chasing. Like, all right, you don't have an opportunity to kind of anti-air me with your anvil, bet. Like, I'm going to just keep going here. But look, still trying to get the side special, but here comes DDee, and once again, this is what we were talking about a little bit earlier, except it was on DDee's side, not Loaf. We want to see kind of those cross-stage carries, as I like to call it.
Yeah, definitely just, you know, drag Loaf to the other side of the right stage there, and, you know, already just kind of setting up here with that gold tool now. That wall assist there, just doing so much work for DDee, just kind of preparing and protecting DDee from any danger that Loaf might throw out here.
Still, though, I think that is like the second or third time that we've seen Loaf go for the bite read, and it's just like misspaced by like a pixel, and it's like, oh, come on. But still, Loaf gonna be able to get this first stock here. Looking real good as DDee. Gonna have to get some of these materials back at this point, but still great parry, up tilt back air, right? Tried and true from Steve, the B&B, but gotta punish this grab. Here we go. If I'm Loaf, I'm looking real good right now. I'm looking for this opportunity. Still, though, I mean, DDee flies around this stage like nobody's business.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, that stock deficit is going to be quite something you're just going to have to hold, unfortunately. But again, just trying to get some, you know, momentum here. Getting that diamond tools out. Got it recovered for sure. And trying to secure the stock here. Again, but Loaf is just on a tear right now. With all of these aerials and up airs coming out to play. But the diamond back here going to secure the first stock for DDee.
I love the way that DDee looked over at the other side of the stream to see who won between DJ, Don, and Beery. Like, I love that personally. The Steves stand together, and I love that for them. You gotta have a lot of character pride.
I mean, they really only have each other because, I mean,
you're right. That's all
I'm not gonna finish the rest, but you guys know exactly what I was just trying to say there.
Still, though, I mean, Town and City is going to at least stop this anvil from getting too much going on. But yeah, when Steves start dropping their anvils on their wood blocks, that's how you know they're getting a little bit more comfortable. If I'm Loaf, though, I'm going to do exactly what I just tried to do, and unfortunately the timing didn't work out. But see where DDee lands on a block randomly and then try and punish it for it. That's what we got to do. Perfect parries, though, from Loaf. Not the exact biggest punish you see, though. Still, though, Loaf going to spot dodge here.
Yeah, just trying to kind of just trading that grab situation that we saw there, unfortunately. But no diamond S smash there, unfortunately. And gonna be sent to the side stage here, or platform, excuse me. But yeah, just trying to slowly make his way back to stage here for DDee. I mean, just kind of fighting in this corner here. I mean, how can you safely approach in any situation when you're at 149%, 154 now?
I feel like we had so much action, and then the momentum kind of got a little shaky, and that's exactly what happened. But it will be Loaf finding the stock here. But if I'm Loaf, right, I do not want to let DDee build any type of tool. You can be working with the wood all you want to this game. Still, though, now it is going to be DDee, who is going to build the jungle gym, once again littering this stage with blocks, but finds the reversal here. I have to say, DDee is so stylish here, has the opportunity to get a stock, but just with that just with the diamond pickaxe, and I'm like, I'm done with you.
That was a very nice comeback coming from DDee there. I mean, you know, being sent down to your last stock, you know, 65%. I mean, you don't want your opponent to take too much percentage here. Extra credit. So granted that, you know, he was able to kind of clean it up as fast as possible and still going with these diamond tools. I mean, that's just kind of the momentum you need to bring on for these last stock situations here.
This game is so important for Loaf to win. Has the waft charged up as well. Definitely do not want to go down 2-0 and then have to make the reverse 3-0. That is like a way too tall of an order against one of the best Steves to do it. Back air not going to be enough, and not a lot of tools to really work with. But I mean, we have that diamond too. I have to say, Loaf's parries have been fantastic this game. It's just we got to find that one read. We got to find that one punish to get DDee a little uncomfortable here. Breaks the shield! Oh my god! Taunt and goodbye! Loaf saying, I'm still in this. It's Loaf time.
Yeah, there's the down smash there for you, and even it out right now, 1-1. Literally, we might even see
dare I say, another game 5 after like what, 4 3-0s in a row? Ooh, Loaf with the hair too, yeah. I think the hair plug and the glasses adjust. We're feeling it. Listen, you got it right. Like, this is what we were saying. You do not want to go down 0-2 versus Steve and then have to make the climb back. At least make it even. Yeah. But 1-1, as we like to say, this is some people say the rubber game, the swing game, because if this set does go to game 5, the winner of this game will have stage advantage going into game number 5. So this is a very important. Now, granted, I don't know if I've ever seen a whole set played on Town and City, but you got that, I guess. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure the past 2 games are also to Town and City, so I guess we're just running it back. Okay, that is a very early TNT coming out from DDee, and going to be opting for the normal Steve here, actually. As you said, the color swap, I mean, maybe this could be the momentum that DDee needs, that motivation, if you will. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely right. Like, sometimes, like, Smash can be a little bit of a mental game, too. And I think that's what a lot of players, like, sometimes struggle with, is, like, not panicking, too. But, honestly, it will be Love still in the percentage lead, at least from right now. And I think we're getting smarter about how we're chasing DDee, especially when DDee's above, right? We're just trying to punish the blocks instead of just trying to, you know, hopefully not get hit by down air, but great air dodge by DDee, not to get hit by the back air. Once again, this is a very dangerous stage going up against Wario, because you retreat to the platform, and there's that back air. I don't know if I like that, Callan. I don't know if you like that either, just based off of your face.
I'm kind of shaking my head a bit, because that was a questionable recovery to the side platform there from DDee, knowing Loaf would just kind of track him down there, especially with that back air. As you mentioned, given that we are on Town and City, so we got those short blast zones here on the side, so, you know, it's a little bit questionable, but hopefully DDee can make up his stock deficit there, and there it is with the minecart charging in.
Yeah, looking a little bit interesting now, but look at Loaf. I'm so focused on how well this player, and I think for me, whenever I'm casting players versus Steve, I think for me, that's like the biggest triumph, right? Can you beat Steve? Can you be patient enough to beat Steve? So, see how this one's going to go. I mean, so far, look at the patience from Loaf, and I think the patience from Loaf is throwing DDee off a little bit, and that's why DDee's kind of like going back to the platform. Like, I don't know exactly what you're going for. Let me just back up and get some materials. But like we've seen a couple times now, that's actually like worked against him.
Yeah, that's actually what you don't want to do against Wario. Actually. You don't want to be on black. Actually, not the play there, but DDee slowly figuring out maybe the gears are turning right now. Again, just got a little bit of percent advantage here. Anvil gonna be poking out actually and doing some hefty damage right now on Loaf. Down smash peeking out just barely there.
Yeah, if I'm Loaf, I have to recognize that I'm starting to bleed a little bit too much of percentage here. But the problem is now DDee littering the, you know, setting up the jungle gym, saying, hey, you know, it's time for you to come find me, and that's a little bit difficult. But still getting all the materials back. Has the break though, so okay, we're gonna jump together.
Yeah, we're just gonna short hop and dance a little bit here while I got this wall situation going on.
Still though, I mean, if I'm Loaf, if you're Loaf, what do you do here after you got your stop loss?
Well, honestly, I mean, as you said, I would try to pressure DDee as much as possible into that kind of ledge play and that ledge pressure, and especially look for a back air or an F tilt. Just trying to pressure DDee to go on the sides as much as possible, because I'm gonna try to look for those early kills as much as possible and take advantage of those short blast zones. But again, DDee just taking full advantage. Excuse me, DDee taking full advantage.
I transferred it to you.
I'm talking way too fast. I'm trying to just keep up with the game here.
It's hard.
But yeah, DDee here with the diamond tools, just not looking to slow down whatsoever.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because now DDee with the material bar of only exclusively iron, no tech though, so this is huge here for loaf. But still DDee, great anti-air back onto the stage and gets the forward throw here. Now it's all loaf. How do we make it back to stage? Because honestly, we're on our last stock, and now all DDee really needs to do is kind of like turn his back to Loaf and then just keep hitting back airs, but Loaf gonna be able to get a stock of his own here. So can we see another miracle waft here? I don't know.
It could happen. I mean, we got Max Rage peeking out and the waft, as you mentioned, Lyric. But again, DDee off his fresh stock. I mean, we'll see if it's just gonna just tumbleweed and just snowball into DDee's demise, or if DDee can take advantage of this and just play the waiting game here in that corner and just gonna be building and taking so much materials as possible here.
I feel like DDee was in such an advantageous position to actually just still go back, and DDee was the one that ran out with the dash attack, and Loaf like didn't punish it. Like if I'm DDee, I'm gonna say, you know what, you can come to me because I'm gonna just do what I need to do, get that material bar come back. Like I don't want to give Wario the opportunity, and DDee will not, as DDee wins game number 3 here. Only 3% on that final stock. Loaf, tournament game now. Almost out at 9th. I believe this player was projected to get top 8. But to be fair, I don't think DDee was expected to be in losers. So
yeah, I don't think so either.
Is that Koraidon?
I
think that was Koraidon for Pokemon.
So?
Miraidon is the better Pokemon for VGC, actually, specifically. Terra-type Lightning, if my nerdness just comes out just a little bit. But it will be game number 4 here.
Are we going back to town?
I think so. If I'm Loaf, we're going back to town. It's not the stage. It's just like Steve damage.
Yeah, we're gonna be just bringing it back to town.
All right, hey guys, let's just play it on town. Listen, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean?
This is the new PS2.
We saw Smashville, we saw town. Like, I don't know. Do you guys have Hollow Bastion legal in this region? I think yes, no.
I believe so, but
there's a lot of stages, believe it or not, and sometimes we only see 1 or 2 for like entire tournaments. So,
yeah.
Listen, I'll take the world tour, but so far so good right now in terms of damage output from both players. Not looking too crazy, but DDee taking the pacifist run to this, but Loaf gonna find a grab right in through here. But now, I mean, it's all DDee. How do you like get this percentage back when now Loaf playing a little bit more carefully?
Yeah, I mean, again, as we see DDee run to the corners of stage, they're just kind of optimizing for the craft and whatnot. We see Loaf immediately chasing down, so I'm not 100% sure if that should be the tactic anymore here for DDee. But able to get all of this percentage advantage here and trying to get the early stock there. But again, just gonna be keeping stage pressure here,
dude. The way that
I
almost did it. The way that DDee like flowed up with the up tilt into the forward air, that was gross. Like, it's gross. And now DDee still going to be littering this battlefield with just all these blocks. And now Loaf has to find a way back because Loaf about to get lapped in the damage too. We have to get an explosive stock, and I hate to say that we got to use this waft like as soon as it comes up to even the score. We definitely have to, right? But yeah, DDee looking so much more comfortable right now. But Loaf trying to fight back into it, but it's looking so difficult. And that's the thing about taking Steve to a bigger stage where Steve has kind of the ability to kind of hang back, lay loose, say, you know what? Yeah, I don't feel like it.
And that's why we see so much of DDee just kind of, going from opposite side of stage to the other side of stage with the crafting table and mining, taking full advantage of this long stage, and another anvil, I believe, taking the second stock. Literally 2 anvils, 2 stocks. Can we see a third one?
Yeah, I don't know if I like that just yet. So we'll see how this one's going to go. Loaf with the block, though, so we can get something started. But DDee locked in, man. Like, sometimes you get locked in with your character and you're like, bet, I know exactly what I want here. And this is what we're worried about with Town and City, right? These long strings across this stage, especially when there's no more platforms here. And all DDee really needs is just a good read here and there, but Loaf still trying to fight back. Definitely does not want to get 3 stock. Has the waft ready to go here, but look at the stall off the side for DDee. Gives DDee a lot of time to just hang out. Oh my god. That would have been nasty. That would have been crazy. Taunt F smash? You're nuts.
Yeah, well. Okay, yeah, you're just going to eat a minecart to the face. 3-1 DDee, and DDee will be moving on to top 8. An unfortunate send-off for Loaf there, out at 9th. I mean, we saw so much opportunity